say guys because it's like, all right, be like, hey everyone. All right, no, I see. All right, I'm still shy. Okay, so I'm not gonna sat. I'm not gonna say hello, guys. Hey guys. I'm not gonna start off with that because I'm just not gonna start off with that. So I'm gonna just say, what's up? Hello. Welcome to the first video of many. I was gonna say hopefully many, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable and I'm gonna say of many videos to be posted. I am on a journey for, first off, there's a lot of journeys that I'm going through personally, but you know, I am on a business journey. I am on a let's get this bag, let's get this new life of what we deserve. Let's explore. Let's do it all, right? So let's get to the meat of it all. My name is Angelica. I am a Turo host and an Airbnb host. I have been a Turo host since 2018. I recently got back into it back in 2021, and I leased a 2021 Tesla Model Y. I currently have one car on the platform. Been doing wonderful, 5-star, all-star host. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. And I recently started my Airbnb venture in July of 2022. So it's August, September. It's going on 3 months. It is 3 months, right? So 3 months I started, and it has been a journey, and it has been exciting, and it has been eye-opening, and a lot of work. And I kind of just wanted to use today's video to kind of go over everything that I've done so far with the Airbnb and kind of give an update. So as I said, I started in July of 2022. It's been about 3 months, a little more than 3 months now. And, you know, I'm in the process of getting my check-in and check-out process. I've found a few things that help along the way, but I know I'm still learning and I'm still trying to like get it down. And I don't think I'll ever have like, okay, I'm gonna do it exactly this way. I mean, maybe I will. But you know, I feel like I'm always adding something and taking out something because it's dependent on the season, or it's dependent on the guest and how long the guest is staying. And, you know, I've found a whole bunch of variables that it really just depends. So I'm still going through the check-in process, check-out process. I am very thorough in explaining to the guests exactly what they need, how check-in is going to work, I send them the information to the house, like the Wi-Fi information the day before. I send it the day of as well. I also have it written in the house for them to see when they get here. So it's that, because I found that was like the first thing when my first guest came. Their first message to me was like, what's the Wi-Fi information? And I had listed it on the listing, but I guess for whatever reason, like they didn't look there or whatever. So I was like, obviously, you know, everyone uses Wi-Fi, so let me just make this as easy as possible. So I have automated messaging that includes the Wi-Fi name, the password, some of the house rules. So like no pets are allowed in the stay, no smoking is allowed, no parties are allowed. I currently have a maximum hold of 6 guests. It's a 2-bedroom, double parlor, kitchen, bathroom. It's about 1,200 square feet. So 6 people can stay here. I do have 2 twin air mattresses with sheet sets and blankets for those as well. But I'm just not sure if that's a lot of guests. I've only had one guest that said that they had 6 people here. They stood for one night. They came really late and left really early. I honestly didn't even look at the cameras that I have on the property to confirm if they brought 6 guests, because I was like, okay, they have 6 guests, like that's a lot. So, but at least they advised me. So I don't even know if they did, but even if they did, I honestly couldn't really tell. They weren't here for too long and they didn't make too much noise and they didn't really communicate if it was too tight. They just left a 5-star review and said everything was great. So I'm still on the fence on if I want to have the guest max at 6, or if I want to lower it just to kind of like, I don't know. I'm not sure yet. So, like I said, I'm still figuring things out and seeing how, the process of Airbnb is gonna go for me. Um, the cleaning process has been probably the most dreadful piece of it all. I do like the end of it all where I'm like everything is clean and I'm just making sure everything is perfect and perfect, and just making sure that it's to my standard and that it's what someone should get. Like, someone is coming here and paying their hard-earned money for this place, and I want to make sure that they are not going to regret that, because nothing hurts more than slaving your days and working and spending it on something just for it to not hold up to its value. So that's important to me as a host and as a business owner, to provide that exceptional experience. My Instagram name is at always authentic. My rentals is called authentic rentals, and my Airbnb is called authentic stays. So authenticity is something that has kind of become the culture of me and my business. So it's important that I provide that to my guests and I really make it a warm experience for them. I leave thank you cards for every single guest, even if they're staying for just a night. Even if I know nothing about them, if they don't share too much, I just say something generic, but I think saying something is better than saying nothing. I like to show that appreciation towards the guest. And if they're staying for, say, a week or longer, I'll get them some fruit like bananas or apples, maybe something that's in season or something that's just a bit more generic that most people tend to eat. Nothing that's too exotic. I want them to get use of it, hopefully, right? Or if not, then get the gesture that the intent was there. I've had guests come who have kids, and I offer any way that I can help, like setting up a pack and play or setting up the high chair. I unfortunately had some a leak in the house, so I had to come and gain access to the apartment while a guest was here. So I gave them a gift card, an Amazon gift card, to kind of send my appreciations. Hey, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, and I appreciate you and your understanding of your family. So kind of like just really just being there for my guests and kind of putting myself in their shoes, because I know what it's like to not have a good experience and to not have that exceptional customer service, and not have your time or your money valued. So I want to provide that experience for them, and I think that I've done a really good job at it so far. At least that's what my reviews say. They do have different categories on Airbnb, and in a few of them, like location and value, I have 4.7 stars. That's my lowest rating on any of them, which is very interesting. I'm interested to see how that goes, and I wish guests would communicate a little bit more and be like, this is why, or this was me, and this is why I feel this way. But it doesn't work that way, so that's okay. I'm just going to take that into account and kind of figure out what that means to me and for the business, and uh, the value of the home, and see what I can do to maybe upbring it, or maybe communicate a different way with my guests to kind of have that transparency where they're not afraid to tell me honest feedback. And honestly, those have been my favorite guests, those who like will send me like, hey, this and that. At first it's just like, who are you telling, like who you think you're talking to, right? At first it's just like that, but once you get over, your ego kind of relaxes, you're like, oh wow, like this is information that's only gonna help me. Like clearly you're dissatisfied and you're the one who's staying here, and it's people like you who are staying here, so your feedback is important. And I've grown to appreciate it, and the only thing that sucks is when they leave like a poor score behind. But I get it, it's there to warn others, and honesty is what we need. So I just need to do a better job at doing my job. And that's how, I've been taking it as a business owner, because if you sit there and just get upset about every single 4-star, 3-star, 2-star, 1-star, then you'll just, you, like, for example, I have about maybe 10 5-star reviews and 1 4-star review. And that 1 4-star review, to be fair, it was my second review on Airbnb. But it was devastating. And like, we get those 5 stars and we're like, yeah, we got 5 stars. Yeah, it's amazing. Whoa. Yeah, another 5 stars. And then we get a 4-star and it's like, oh my God, no. And it's just like, for what? I mean, I get it because I did it, but it's just like, when you like sit back and think about it, it's like, let's take what we can take and let's keep it moving. So with that said, after that 1 4-star review, I've had all 5 stars from that point on. And I had mentioned previously, I do have 5-star reviews on Turo as well. And that's all I've ever gotten on Turo, specifically with the Tesla. I do have a situation where I had a 1-star 2 times, unfairly. I will put that out there. I will leave that for another video. Shall you be interested in the story? But let's just say one of them was from 2019 and one of them was from 2021. 2021 one is whatever, but the 2019 one, it still hits. I'm not gonna lie, it still hits. So if you're interested, let me know, and I can post another video talking about that specific story and more on Turo and being a host on Turo as well. So back to Airbnb stuff. Airbnb. Yeah, so just being the best that I can, and that's been that. I just recently started having sheets and towels getting little stains on them. I am stuck between, like, should I just do more research on getting stains out, or should I just buy new sheets? Still haven't decided. I think I have 4 sets of queen sheets. I have 2 queen mattresses and 4 sets of sheets. I think it's 4. I probably have a few extra, like, just as backups, but they're still, like, even in the package. I haven't opened them yet. So I'm still good. Like, I found a few that had a stain, so I just ended up throwing them out. Well, I actually just folded them and like put them aside, so maybe I can repurpose them, because it's literally just like a stain that's this big. But as I said, I have high expectations, and it's just like, I don't know how would you feel if you went to a hotel and there was a stain there? Like, even though you knew the sheets were clean, it's just like, there's a stain, and that's just not, okay, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll get over this smaller stains, maybe if it's something that's small and not like yellow. I feel like yellow stains are kind of like, but if it's like white sheets and there's like a black mark on it, like, like, this is from something, not from body fluids. I feel like when it's yellow, it's like, is this body fluid? Because this is gross. So, that's my opinion, at least. So we'll see. And I also just want to have, a clean apartment, a clean stay, and also preventing guests from, leaving bad reviews. I'm not going to wait until I get a bad review and be like, okay, let me do it then. Let me prevent that from happening. So trying to use my eye as a guest. If I was a guest, that's how I look at my stay. I come in here and I'm like, okay, what would I want? What would I want this to look like? What would I want this to smell like? And that doesn't always work, right? But like, having a generalization on, okay, it needs to have a standard on where it needs to be clean and presentable and prepared for the next person, and for the other person to see and feel the efforts that were put into the stay for them to come. As I said, part of my business is just really caring about the the guest and their experience. And that's something that honestly means something to me. So, when saying that, it's not just like, yeah, you have to care about the customer. Like before, I always wondered, like, like people always say, oh, you have to care about the customer. And before, I'm not gonna lie, it was just like, yeah, I care about the customer, but it's like more years of just being neglected as a customer and just not being cared for as a human being really motivates me to be that change and provide that for people. And that's where I get my drive for people for that, because I know what it's like to not have that, to not have someone care about your money, to not have someone care about your opinion and you as a human. So that's important to me, is putting the human, in the number one spot. The human, the person, the human being. And that's what has been my motivation. And, I finally understand when people say, oh, you have to care about the customer and that's the only way that your business will thrive and such. And, like I said before, I was kind of confused on that. And I finally realized this. I don't even know when I realized this. It probably was maybe earlier this year without me kind of like realizing that I realized it. But now it's been more recent that I'm like, wow, like I truly get it now and I truly understand it. And it's a wonderful thing being a business owner and learning. You learn so much, and your mind changes and you think of so many things, and and you're all responsible for it, and it's a learning journey. And yeah, you can watch videos on social media, and yeah, you can talk to someone that does it, but you truly don't know until you're in it. And that's where you get the most learning, is when you're actually in it and you actually do it. And that's not going to say, everyone, that this is for everyone, because it's not. But that's what comes in with planning and research and doing that. And I've definitely done my fair share of research on Airbnb and on all the things that I do. I spend a long time on research before I go in and do it. I don't just go in and do it. I spend years. Like Turo took me years to think about that Tesla, years. And then I finally did it. And now I'm still I've thought about getting another car. I even have cars on reservations, and just thinking about that. I've been thinking about that first, ever since I got the other car. Even before I got the other car, I was thinking about the second car. And when I got this house, I've always thought about this, and it's just I'm always thinking about things before I do them, and I plan them out, and I plan them out, and I plan them out again, and I plan them out again, and I see if I come up with different things, and if it makes sense, it makes sense, and I follow through with it. And as I said, that's where you get the most of your learning from. And sometimes you lose, and sometimes you have some losses, and sometimes you have some wins. But my favorite thing is to not see wins and losses. I see wins and lessons, and a loss is not a loss. It's a gain, because it's a lesson. You've gained something, you've gained knowledge, you now know something you did not know before. Should you have known it, you wouldn't have done it, I'm pretty sure. We hope. So yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I feel like I've already kind of given a lot, and I really don't have a specific structure on what I'm talking about, just giving my honest feedback on what comes to mind on what this has been like for me for the past few months, and what being a business owner, a host, has been like for me, and the process. So if you have any questions in specific, feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to, in any way, let me know. Like I said, I'm hoping to be more consistent with videos and making videos and posting videos and that type of stuff, and updating it, not only just as for you guys, but for just documentation, right? Gary Vee always says document, and that's what I've been doing. I have tons of videos on me cleaning, on when I got the Tesla, when I was doing research on the Tesla. Like, I have tons of videos of that stuff, and I just need to post it. Just like Gary Vee says, just post it. Shout out to Gary Vee, man. You know, you gotta have people that you watch that motivate you, especially when you're doing things that are scary like this, that are like different and that require a different layer of skin. You have to have that. You know, at least for me, it feels like it keeps me going and motivates me. It's like, you know what? Yes, you're right. You know, the days that you're feeling a bit down, like, damn, I don't think I can. I don't know. Yes, you can. And sometimes you need a reminder, and that's why it's good to follow those kinds of people who remind you of that. You know, Gary Vee literally preaches the same exact thing that he's been preaching since I met him, since I've, you know, known of him, not met him, because I haven't met him. And, you know, it's always crazy when you think about meeting someone, but it's just like, I'm interested in what that aura would feel like, that feeling of just being next to him, because he's just, you know, his preach is just, I can see, you know, I can feel the vision, I can feel the energy and the power, and just being in the same room as that energy, it must be amazing. Amazing. We all need that. We all need someone to help motivate us, because we like to think we can do it on our own, but we can't. Let's just be honest. Just being honest. Okay, all right, that's it, because I'm rambling now. I'm going off. I'm talking about a whole bunch of other things. So that's it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching the video. Like I said, any questions, please leave a comment. Let me know how you like this video. Let me know what your personal feedback is on how your Airbnb is going, or if you're a Turo host, or if you do anything as a business owner. Thank you once again, and till next time.